I'm sorry. I apologize, Your Honor. I'm going to be out of the country celebrating an anniversary with my wife that's been planned for a while.
Court does call the case of the People of the State of Michigan versus Donnell Young.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, sir.
I'm Special Assistant Attorney General Mitchell Wood for the people.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Mr. Young, who should be present via Zoom. Sir, can you please unmute, turn on your camera, and state your name for the court?
I don't have the individual who is.
Yes.
Your name, sir?
Donnell Young.
All right, that's it. You got it. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor should be in receipt of a green sheet. I'm respectfully requesting adjournment. I believe I may have reached out to the wrong Assistant Attorney General regarding this case, and I just wanted to touch base with them prior to next steps. I have discussed this with my client. We're respectfully requesting a very brief adjournment.
No objection from the people.
Judge, no, I'm wondering, so Mr. Young is out of jail. Did he make bond? Did he make a cash bond? I don't know.
I have his bond set at 3,931 cash. So I'm assuming that was posted.
That is.
Mr. Young, did you post that bond?
Yes.
I don't have in my file, strategy. I don't have a receipt or anything, but I do see that was the bond that was set.
Judge, I don't know whether counsel has spoken with Mr. Young about his intentions, whether he wants to pay that bond over. I know you have an expedited process to do that, and if he wants to do that, it would be great to do it now while we're still in district court.
To pay the bond over? Is that is Mr. AG? That's what you're asking?
Yes, I'm sorry, Judge. Yes, I'm asking whether the defendant desires to pay the bond over. I don't know if it was posted in his name, but it's a cash bond. If it's in his name, which it should have been, I'm asking whether counsel knows whether defendant wants to pay that over.
Well, in the condition of his bond is that they set the amount, and then some time ago the language that's added that if bond is posted, they're immediately to release it to circuit court, and then they list the case number that's part of the complaint. So that should happen. We've had some hiccups trying to make sure that the money gets over, but mostly it's worked. So I don't know that when he posted it, he knows that that's where it's going.
That was my understanding as well, Your Honor, that I did discuss with him.
To circuit court to the underlying child support case, not to the.
Yes, to the circuit court, and then I just deleted in terms of what I said the case number for this case, but
yeah. So we have no objection, Judge, to setting this over.
Okay.
Then. And counsel, the attorney who would usually be assigned to Washtenaw County, Sarah Brenner, I think is just about to get back into action. She's been off on a little extended leave. So I don't know who you sent it to. I could probably reach out to you. What is your last name again?
Pate, P as in Paul, A as in Apple, T as in Tom, E as in egg.
All right. And your first name, I'm sorry.
Natalie.
Okay.
Don't go through.
I will send you an email, Natalie, and we'll get the process going here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Oh, we put her email in the chat, so it should be there, Mr. Wood.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. May 22nd, 2025, 9 a.m. Bond continued.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Judge. And I assume the
Thank
AG
you.
will once again appear via Zoom, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
We greatly
Absolutely
appreciate it, Judge. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Payne.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Young. You're all set for today.
Court calls the case, People versus Jack Ritchie.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. For the record, Attorney Russ Donaldson, P number 53660, on behalf of Mr. Ritchie. Will you state your name, please? Jack Ritchie.
Thank you. All right. You're requesting an adjournment on this?
Yes, Your Honor. I was just, the court actually just signed the substitution of attorney today. There's some discovery. I believe there's over 150 pages. There's some additional discovery that I'm asking for. Some body worn cameras, some in-car videos. There's an interview, I believe. I would be asking, and my client's already waived the 21 days, Your Honor. I would be asking the court to set this, if possible, to June 5th. I know it's a little bit extended, but I'm going to be out of the country for between.
People ask for their dates.
This happened?
Yeah. Okay. No, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I apologize, Your Honor. I'm going to be out of the country celebrating an anniversary with my wife that's been planned for a while, from May 22nd to June 1st. I would ask for June 5th. That would give me enough time to be able to gather all the discovery, advise my client in terms of his options relative to moving forward with an exam.
That's a good attorney. To the extent the judge was not going to give him time, he brought his wife in an anniversary. So that's who I'd be disappointing. I know. I see what you were doing.
I'm afraid of my wife, Your Honor. I just want to let you know that.
Perfect. June 5th, 2025, 9 a.m. Bond will continue.
Your Honor, can I address one issue relative to the bond that I did bring
Sure.
up to the prosecuting attorney?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
That's me. All right, the record should reflect we had a brief bench conference and council's going to submit to the court a proposed order for the court. The court will then make a decision in terms of.
That is correct, Your
I'm
Honor.
on
Thank
to
you
it.
for allowing us to discuss this matter sidebar. I'll have my office prepare the order. I'll go out and dictate it and I'll have it sent to your clerk if that's okay via email for entry and approval.
Okay, very good.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Court does call the case of the people versus Philip Carson.
Ashley Lonnie for the people.
Joe Simon on behalf of Mr. Carson, who is present. State your name, Philip.
Philip Carson. Thank you.
Your Honor, if you want, I have documentation that I provided to the people about Mr. Carson's journey that I represented the last time from University of Michigan Psychiatric Services to Hillsdale, then back. He did get his GPS tether put right back on as soon as he got released, and he's back engaged with CMH. I provided that to the people. If the court wants it, I can provide it.
I don't think I need to.
Thank you. And then regarding today's PCC, we're asking the matter be set for a preliminary exam.
All right. And discovery is complete.
Yes, Your Honor.
And would the people have their witnesses available the 13th?
We can try now.
What's the next available, Your Honor? Could we possibly do the 20th?
I can do the 20th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Any objection from the people?
Oh, Your Honor.
Preliminary examination in person, May 20th, 2025, 9 a.m. That will be before Judge Perry.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Bond continue. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Let's call the case. People, State of Michigan versus is it WeTech
We Tech Inc., Your Honor.
Inc. Yes.
Andrew Childers appearing on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Your Honor, Joe Simon, half of Mr. Ing. Mr. Ing, will you unmute and state your name?
We take,
Okay. All right. Got it.
Mr. Childers?
Your Honor, at this time, people would be moving to dismiss this case without prejudice.
I'm assuming there's no objection.
No objection.
All right. This case is dismissed without prejudice. All right. Thank you. Court calls the case. People versus Alan Payne.
Ashley Lonnie for the people.
Your Honor, Joe Simon, on behalf of Mr. Payne, making his way to the podium. State your name, Alan. Alan Payne?
Thank you. We're looking for an adjournment.
Yes, Your Honor. I made a proposal to Ms. Londy, who's going to talk it over with her supervisor and come to a decision, we hope, on the next court date.
May 22nd. Will that work?
Fine with me, Your Honor. Thank you.
Yes.
May 22nd, 2025, 9 a.m. or as your invite indicates, bond will continue.
Go home.
Continuing with the Joe Simon Show, court does call the case. People versus Michael Sandusky.
Ashley Lonnie on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Your Honor, Joe Simon, on behalf of Dusky, Mr. Sandusky, when you approach the podium, please state your name.
Michael Sandusky?
All right, what are we doing on this one?
Asking for an exam, Your Honor. If we could have that same date, I don't think that other matter will actually go to.
Did he just do that? Did he just do that? He did, didn't he? Oh, yeah. I forgot. I'm in his world now. Discovery is complete.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I just want to say I did request the 911 call yesterday, so it should be here.
Okay. All right. Preliminary examination in person will be set May 20th, 2025, 9 a.m. That is before Judge Barr. Bond will continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And moving on to the next. Court does call the case. People versus Deshaun Tompkins.
Ashley Lonnie for the people.
Joe Simon, on behalf of Mr. Tompkins, go ahead and state your name.
Sean Tompkins.
Thank you.
And Your Honor, in this case, I presented a proposal to Ms. Londy that she is investigating the things that I represented. And I'll let her tell you how much time she needs for the next date.
Will the,
Whatever works for the court.
will the 22nd work?
That's fine, Your Honor. Thank you.
Probable cause conference will be adjourned May 22nd, 2025, 9 a.m. Bond continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Your Honor.
Thank
You're
you.
all set. Okay. let's do it.
That it for you, Mr. Simon, finally? I mean.
Yes, Your Honor.
uh,
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Court calls the case of the people versus Angelica Tower.
Ashley on behalf of the people.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Edward Dukas on behalf of Angelica Towers.
Angelica Towers.
Thank you.
I'm looking to obtain the discovery in this case. I'm asking for an adjournment.
A probable cause conference, May 15th, 2025, 9 a.m. Bond will continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Court calls the cases of the people versus Matthew Fitzgerald. Two cases.
Ashley Lonnie for the people of both matters.
Judge.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Robert Ellman on behalf of Mr. Fitzgerald.
Commercial Feaster, Assistant Public Defender, also on behalf of Mr. Fitzgerald, on file number ending 507.
Your Honor, Mr. Fitzgerald is not here. However, there
Really?
is a good reason for that,
Oh,
and I'd love to share that with you.
okay. Go ahead.
So Mr. Fitzgerald has a case in Livonia, and as you recall, due to a bond violation, you placed him in custody. During that time while he was in custody,
I
he
did.
had, I'm just trying to make the record
That
clear.
you
Your-
sounded accusatory, but go.
No. I'm not accusing you of
No,
anything. Your Honor.
no, I got thick skin. Go ahead, Mr. O.
Well, while he was in custody, he was scheduled for his sentencing in Livonia, which he then missed. So they issued a warrant. He turned himself in on that warrant, and they did immediate sentencing, and he is currently in custody because they sentenced him to 10 days in jail. So that is why he is not here.
Did you hear Elman's whole story? So Elman's whole story is, Judge, you tipped the first domino.
No, Your Honor.
That started this whole thing on that. Yes, that's exactly what you were saying. That's why Feaster is standing awake.
Well, Your Honor, he is in custody, and
Feaster
so
has come
therefore he's
nowhere
not
near the
here.
podium. Feaster like looking at you like, go ahead, you say it, man.
Have I mentioned how good it is to see you again, Your Honor?
Probably should have led with that. All right. So you're seeking an adjournment.
If the court would be so kind.
Well, Mr. Feaster, are you seeking an adjournment?
Yes, please.
Then that I'll grant. All right. Probable cause conference on both of these cases, May 22nd, 2025, 9 a.m. Or as your invite indicates, bond will continue.
Thank you, Your Honor. 22nd.
Feaster smart. Feaster said, I am not kidding. Court calls the case, People versus William Phillips.
And is it on behalf of the people?
Good afternoon again, Your Honor.
Oh, no, he's back.
Again, always great to see you. Robert Ellman with and on behalf of Mr. Phillips. Mr. Phillips, can you please state your name for the record?
William Phillips.
Mr. Phillips is like, I'm not with him. No, go ahead. All right, what are we doing?
Your Honor, I was just appointed on this matter. I would be asking for an adjournment for time to get discovery. However, I'd also like to address bond whenever you would like to hear that from me.
Like to hear that. I'll adjourn this to May 22nd, 2025, 9 a.m. Yes, that's the bond, Mr. O.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would be requesting a change in the bond order to a no non-consensual contact. It's my understanding that the complaining witness in this matter has shared that request with the victim's advocate's office. And again, as you know, that would put the ball in her court as to whether to have contact with Mr. Phillips or not. So that's what we'd be requesting.
Okay.
I would also state that when is she due?
June 8th.
She's pregnant and due June 8th, and they do, how many other kids? Two?
Two.
They have 2 other children at home, so.
Your Honor, at this point, I would object. She did mention that to our victim advocate, and that was not, however, I just have concerns given the facts in this case and that strangulation. I think it's something that should be addressed at exam, or potentially in the future, but I don't believe it's appropriate to change that, provision.
And if I could just add, Your Honor, this is, an older case, so they've been, to my knowledge, prior to the charges being filed, successfully cohabitating since the date of offense without any issues.
All right. I am disinclined to change that. I typically want to hear myself from anyone wishing to change the bond, even though they may communicate it. I then want to hear the people's sort of feelings on that, but I would need to hear from the individual themselves.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so motion for bond reduction at this time is denied.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
You're all set. Thanks.
And that's it for me, Your Honor. You don't have to deal with me anymore today.
Okay, so apparently on my face, it looked like I cared. No, okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was so wrong, Mr. Elman. Thank you, Mr. Elman. Always a pleasure, sir. I know that was. I feel bad now. What? Take it back. Court calls the case, people of the state of Michigan versus Michael Williams. You're standing against the wall.
Yep.
Oh, was it? Take care, Mr. Elman.
You too. Something, Your Honor?
Pardon?
Figured I could get away with it a little, just a little bit. here.
Said pick on me today.
Oh, no, that wasn't.
Go ahead, sir. I called it.
Oh, thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, or good afternoon, Mayor. Please, honorable court. David Burgess on behalf of Mike, what? Williams, William or Williams? Williams. Okay, they said William in the thing. Mr. Williams, Your
You
Honor.
guys are close, I take it.
Yes.
All right.
Judge, I'll get on the record, but I just got this case yesterday, so.
Okay, very good. So you're looking, I need a green sheet, but you're looking to.
I'll fill one out, Your Honor, but I'm looking for an adjournment, and the next available date I have is the 22nd of May, if that's okay with the court. I know it's a little farther out, but.
So who said, is there a sign on the door that says, go and pick your own date?
It's on the other courtroom.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah,
You thought it was here.
I'm sorry, I must have read the wrong board. so.
Yeah, you must have. May 22nd, 2025, 9 a.m. Bond in this matter will continue.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I'll fill out a sheet. I'll meet you. Okay.
Court calls the case, People versus Jalen Kendrick.
Alexander, on behalf of the people, your honors. Senator Kevin, others on behalf of Mr. Kendrick.
All right, what are we doing?
Your Honor, we are going to be setting this matter for preliminary examination.
All discovery is complete.
We have all video discovery and all paper discovery. There is a 911 call, but we don't believe that that is essential, and we don't need that to continue with preliminary examination.
All right. So there will not be an adjournment for that purpose. Would the people have their witnesses available on the 13th?
We'll do our best.
Preliminary examination, May 13th, 2025, 9 a.m. That is before me. Bond will continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Court does call the case, People versus Anishika King.
Richard McDuffie for the people.
Assistant Public Defender Hannah Apple appearing on behalf of Ms. King, who's approaching now. Ms. King, can you sit into the record? Anishka King. Your Honor, there is some video discovery that we are waiting to receive. We're asking for an adjournment for that purpose.
Matters adjourned May 15th, 2025, 9 a.m. Bond in this matter will continue.
Your Honor, if I may briefly address. Your Honor, I brought to the court's attention last time, and I believe the people didn't take a position regarding Ms. King is asking the court to consider being placed on a sober link rather than a scram tether due to some medical issues that she has. The court, we were informed when we were here by Ms. McDuffie that she had an outstanding warrant in the 36th district, and the court said that they would consider it if she was able to have that warrant recalled. She has been in the process of taking care of her matters in 36th district. It appears that she's set for court on the 6th and the 7th of next week for arraignments.
On the 36th district court.
Yes, but I will be clear to the court, the paperwork I have doesn't appear to be the one that Ms. McDuffie brought to my attention, but it's before the same judge, Judge Kennedy. And so I'm hopeful that when she appears on that, they can handle the other matter. I just don't have paperwork of the one that she was hoping to get resolved. I don't have confirmation of that matter, but she is set next week for 2 different arraignments.
And you're just looking for a sober link as opposed to
the scram. But she is attempting to attend to all the matters and make sure that she complies with all bond conditions. And my understanding, she has not had any issues regarding bond at this point.
Any position from the people?
Your Honor, no, I know that the court's concern was the fact that that case was a high BAC matter. So I did provide Ms. Apple, I think she can share with her client the actual ROA from that case, unless she can call with the exact case number. I will be able to verify it as soon as it happens, because I can look it up and see that has changed. So I'll leave it again to the court.
All right. But she went down there to take care of matters at 36. It's clear.
It's clear that she has made progress, yes, and is set for 2 different arraignments next week. And I will give her the ROI to take with her with the new date when she goes on Tuesday or Wednesday, the 7th, to make sure that that also gets resolved if that is missing in some way.
Okay, well, she's headed in the right direction. I'm going to grant the motion for the change. I'll allow defendant to be switched to a sober link.
Thank you.
Price but it's 3 blows per day.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hang tight for me because I have contact paperwork for you. Thank you.
Court calls the case People versus Latrice Lee.
National Money for the People.
Afternoon, Judge Mike Gaddy, Assistant Public Defender, on behalf of Ms. Lee, who's approaching. Excuse me. Your Honor, may we approach briefly?
Sure.
Thank you.
I mean, yes.
Your Honor. Your Honor, there are some Secretary of State issues that I would like to further advise Ms. Lee on, because I think they are somewhat based on where her license was after this and where it might go with this arrangement. It's fairly complicated. I want to make sure she understands exactly what at least I believe is going to happen with her license.
All right.
Thank you.
And again, record should reflect we had a bench conference. I'll adjourn the probable cause conference to May 15th, 2025 at 9. Okay.
Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Can you come to my office?
Court does call the case People versus Michael Lee.
Mike Gaddy, Assistant Public Defender. Okay. Yeah. 2 days from now, okay?
Okay.
Your Honor, I have had no contact with Mr. Lee. I've called him, called in the hallway, called in the court. I don't have any explanation as to his whereabouts. I'd ask the court for a show cause in this matter. But
Bench warrant will issue on 10,000 cash surety.
thank you, Judge.
That warrant will issue. Does call the case People versus Chad Major.
Andrew Childers appearing on behalf of the people.
Second, on behalf of Mr. Major, it's.
Aye.
Apologies, Your Honor. Mr. Major, when you were at the lectern, please state your name for the court.
Chad Major. All right.
Your Honor, we are asking for a preliminary exam to be set, to
All right. Discovery is complete.
the best of my knowledge.
People would have their witnesses available on the 13th.
Your Honor, would it be possible to go 1 week past that?
Any objection from defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
Preliminary examination in person, May 20th, 2025, 9 a.m. That is before Judge Perry.
So it'll be here at 9 a.m. for the.
Bond will continue. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Thank you. Court calls case People versus Makisha, is it Melchor?
Melcher, Your Honor.
Melcher.
Andrew Childers appearing on behalf of the people.
And Assistant Public Defender Jay Bellinger, on behalf of but not with Ms. Melcher, Your Honor. informed me this morning that she was checking into the inpatient facility. I anticipate that within the next 4 hours, my office will have the facts from that. She has let me know that she is in the process of the entry at the moment. And I understand, Your Honor, that
What facility?
she's in an inpatient facility off of West Grand or East Grand Boulevard in Detroit. That's all I know at this time, Your Honor. I understand that we've adjourned this matter a couple of times so that she could get in. She had some problems doing so. As I stated, I anticipate some facts coming into our office that I can send to the court later on today as soon as I get them.
Well, here's what I'll do. I'll issue a bench warrant for a failure to appear, bond 10,000, cash surety. I will not issue that warrant until the 5th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court calls case People versus Jody Merritt.
People. Or Yagi, Assistant Public Defender, apologies, with and on behalf of Ms. Merritt. Your Honor, may we approach in this matter?
Pardon?
May we approach in this matter?
Yes, you may.
Did you tell me that it was non-consumption, consumption? The people said non-consumption. It detected alcohol, but it was non-consumption. It was one of the things.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, I know I made arguments at the bench regarding my client's medical issues and her all of the things she's done to stay sober. Specifically within the last couple of weeks, she's gone to AA meetings almost every day. She keeps a log. She has verified signatures. She set up an appointment for intensive outpatient. She, I know I said this at the bench, but just to reiterate for my client's benefit, she called down farms. They told her she was not eligible for inpatient. She has medical issues, which I won't go into detail on the record, but I did at the bench. And we were asking the court to consider continuing her bond prior to the bond violation hearing, which we are requesting at this. We would request that it be set for a bond violation hearing.
And Your Honor, as I indicated at the bench, previously we had accepted an offer in this case. That offer at this time is revoked. The defendant does not have a current plea offer. It may be made again at a later time, but right now it has been revoked. The offer on February 2nd is the sobriety or recovery court. The issue here is that the scram tether does seem to confirm a 21-hour long tamper with alcohol detected. So people have concerns for the general safety of the public, as this defendant is currently on bond for a operating while intoxicated third offense with an alleged BAC of 0.17. I think it's 171 on the blood draw. And the risk that imparts to the public, if this is a person that is on the most restrictive bond conditions we can impose for alcohol, other than incarceration, who has an alleged tamper with that scram, there's too much to ignore, and I am requesting the defendant be remanded at this time.
Court, having listened to argument and having examined the alleged bond violation in this case, does find that it's significant with reference to the tamper to the device with alcohol detected. And for those reasons, in the court, on seeing it initially, issued a bench warrant with no bond. At this time, the defendant's bond, the court is going to order the defendant's bond is revoked. And I will set a bond violation hearing as well as her PCC for May 15, 2025 at 3 p.m. Defendant is remanded.
Yeah.
Court calls the case People versus Jacob Miller.
Assistant Public Defender Jay Bellinger on behalf of Mr. Miller who approaches. And Mr. Miller, can you please state your name for the record? Jacob Miller. And Your Honor, I have submitted a finding and order on the competency to the court this time, asking for signature on that.
All right. Is there any other evidence regarding competency to submit to the court?
And nothing from the defense.
Report. The court, upon reviewing the report, would find that the defendant is competent to stand trial. Specifically, the court would find that the defendant can understand the nature and objects of the proceedings against him and can rationally assist in his defense. Therefore, the defendant is deemed competent, and I have signed the order.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And you're requesting an adjournment. ECC.
We are, Your Honor. I'm requesting 3 weeks from the court so that I can work on a resolution.
All right. And what I will do is I will, hold on. I'll set a probable cause conference for May 22nd, 2025. 9 a.m. or as your invite indicates, bond at this time will continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir.
This is for you. Okay.
Court does call the case. People and bond Patterson.
Take care. Assistant Public Defender Jay Bellinger on behalf of Mr. Patterson, who approaches, Your Honor.
Councilman Patterson Senior. Thank you. You're requesting an adjournment in this case.
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objection from the people?
I'd like to address bond.
And if we may approach for that.
May 22nd, 2025, 9 a.m. Mayor Pro. True, looks like we had a bench conference in this case, and it mainly revolves around the no contact provision. My understanding, the current no contact provision with Morgan indicates as allowed, except as allowed by CPS. I will be deleting that except provision, except as allowed by CPS. My understanding is no objection at this time for the defense.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Make that change, grant, basically granting that exception to the motion. All right, and we will adjourn to the 22nd.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And we'll continue. All right, thank you,
sir.
This is for you, okay?
Oh, thank you, sir.
Thank you. All right, take care. Court does call the case, people versus Taiwan. Hey.
Not with Mr. Phelan.
That's because he's on Zoom.
I tried to reach him. Okay. I need to update contact.
Phelan, can you state your name?
Taiwan Phelan.
Your Honor, we are,
Okay, yes, go ahead.
we're gonna be asking for an adjournment. I don't have contact information for Mr. Phelan, or I do, but it's disconnected.
All right.
Am I able to get his contact information on the record?
Does
that work?
Put it on the record.
Okay, Mr. Phelan, can you call the public defender's office so we can talk to you and have contact?
Actually, yes, call the public defender's office. He's at 14-2.
Okay.
All right, I'll adjourn this probable cause conference, May 22nd, 2025, 9 a.m. or as your invite indicates, bond continue.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll talk to you, Mr. Phelan.
Okay.
Let's call the case, people versus Tremaine Pinder.
How about Mr. Pinder?
Tremaine Pinder. Thank you.
Your Honor, we're gonna be asking for a very short adjournment. We believe there is more discovery and we have investigators working on it.
May 15th, 2025, 9 a.m. or as your invite indicates, bond continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Court calls case, people versus Joanna Reed.
Assistant Public Defender Jay Bellinger on behalf of Ms. Reed.
Your name?
Ms. Reed.
Johanna Reed.
Thank you.
And Your Honor, I don't know that I submitted a green sheet to the court, so I apologize. I just made first contact with Ms. Reed. She was on a mental health petition, so she was previously hospitalized. So I'm just asking for 3 weeks so that we can discuss her case.
Without objection, May 22nd, 2025, 9 a.m. Bond continues. Thank you.
Thank you.
Court calls case, people versus Deborah Spears.
First with the people.
Assistant Public Defender Hannah Apple appearing on behalf of Ms. Spears, who should be appearing via Zoom, Judge.
Hello, this is Deborah.
Do you have your camera, Ms. Spears?
It's phone.
No, I can't download Zoom on my phone for some reason because I owe Apple Network. And I can't figure out how to pay it.
Okay. So, Ms. Spears,
Yes.
you're requesting an adjournment.
Yes, Judge.
I'll adjourn your matter out May 22nd, 2025, 9 a.m. All right?
Alrighty, thank you so much. And I will make sure to have Zoom downloaded by then as well.
All right,
Okay.
very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Court calls the case People versus Carl Tesson.
Brian Boyd, Mr. Tesson is approaching, Your Honor. State your name for the record, please. Carl Tesson. Judge, I'm asking for an adjournment. This is another matter where I need to obtain some video discovery to review with Mr. Tesson.
May 22nd, 2025, 9 a.m. as your invite indicates, bond continues.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Court calls the case People versus Stephen Watson.
And then on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Mike Gaddy, Assistant Public Defender on behalf of Mr. Watson, Your Honor. Mr. Watson, state your name for the record.
Stephen Watson.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, I have had a chance to go over this matter with Mr. Watson. We're asking the court to set a preliminary examination.
All right, I will set a preliminary examination, but he has a bond violation in court.
Yes, we're aware of that, Judge.
All right.
Your Honor, I did receive the report and I have gone over it.
Does he have a prescription for that?
Your Honor, he did send I believe he tested positive last week. He did pay to have that sample sent to the for confirmation or not. They're waiting on that. Today is his day to test. Mr. Watson has indicated that he will, that it will be negative.
For what?
Everything except for, I believe he has a medical marijuana card, Judge. I'd ask the court to allow him to run over there and pass this matter. And
Yeah, I haven't, since the end of March, I had cocaine, amphetamines, THC. Amphetamines, THC, and then we went, that was on the 10th, and then on the 14th, I got cocaine again. I have amphetamines then and THC into his system, but he's not reporting any medication that's gonna go as an amphetamine.
Your Honor.
Yes.
Also concerns that he missed intake on 4/28 as well.
Yes, I've been working 12 hours, 7 days a week. The community corrections lady told me to come to court. See if you allow me to come and drop. That way they can reassess me and get me back in. But if I drop today, I drop completely clean, everything. And, you know, I'm trying not to lose my job. I've been at the same job for 1.5 years. I've been staying out the way. I can go drop, come back, and everything will come back clean, Your Honor.
Yeah, he is working at Marsh Plating.
Is he saying that, I mean, does he want a hearing on this? I mean, I don't know what else.
Yes, because I'm trying to stay out of jail, trying to keep.
I know you're trying, well, everybody is, but
I just want to be able to go drop, come back, so I can be able to maintain my job and get reassessed. The lady at community corrections said I can get reassessed into a program, outpatient program, if need be.
why is the amphetamine showing up in your system?
That part, I'm not sure. It could have been from some over-the-counter meds or anything, but I haven't I've been working every day. Like, that's all I do is work from 3 in the afternoon to 3 in the morning. Them are my hours. I just asked the court to allow me to go drop to prove that.
You have all of the discovery, mister.
Yeah, we do have the discovery, yes.
I just
People
asked,
had their witnesses available the 13th.
We'll do our best, Your Honor.
So is he not admitting to this violation, but
Your Honor, in terms of the amphetamines, he is not admitting to them. In terms of the cocaine, I believe the initial test was positive for cocaine. There was a subsequent one. He did not have the funds. He was not working to the extent that he is now. He didn't have the funds to test it. I don't know if he wants to, you want to hear
no,
him?
that's okay. Well, I'll just we'll set his preliminary examination in person, May 13th, 2025, 9 a.m. That's before me.
If I could elaborate on bond, Judge.
Sure.
Your Honor, he is not a flight risk. He lives, he's residing over on East Forest, which is, probably 2 miles from here, in Ipsy. I don't think there's been any, well, we're here on a violation, but there hasn't been any violation alleged contact wise or anything like that. He is gainfully employed. I'd ask the court to allow him an opportunity to test. He has indicated to me that they would, if the court would allow, they would welcome him in for another chance to interview for the community corrections outpatient program. But
if I did drop today, I would drop clean, no amphetamines, no nothing.
I'll set a bond violation hearing at that same time. At the time of the preliminary examination, March 13, 2025, 9 a.m. This point in time.